I'm most glad to be talking to you about something so often repeated in the Bible. To be exact, 365 times. And what is this? Do not be afraid, fear not, and something similar or related to that. That makes fear not something that is worth our while thinking about every day of the year. Every day, however, in our times reminds us of something scary. Truth be told, we are scared of terrorists. I don't know if you are not. I am. We fear for our safety and security every time we travel or even go to the malls. We feel a certain trepidation each time we hear of news and see videos of violence against Christians, against minorities, against people who cannot hold on to anything related to power. In Philippine context, we also fear the traffic on a daily basis. We schedule things not on the basis of our needs, but on the basis of whether or not we think we would get caught up in traffic. Let us face it, we are faced with bad news almost on a daily basis. I wouldn't want to add to this. Neither do I want to further aggravate matters by working on your fears. No, I am a priest of the Holy Roman Catholic Church, and my mission, my task, my duty is to preach hope. My bread and butter comes from doling out reasons for hope and convictions of faith and basis for greater love for the Lord. The Lord was straightforward about what should not be the cause of our fears. Do not be afraid of those who kill the body, but cannot kill the soul. I am reminded of that movie entitled Silence, based on Shusaku Endo's novel of the same title. The Christians then in Japan were subjected to so much suffering and torture and ultimately death on account of their faith. Whilst there were those who apostatized, the greater numbers remained steadfast and strong in their faith and held on to their beliefs at the cost of their lives. That was the ultimate courage, a courage that I am not sure I will have the same of when I would find myself in the same set of circumstances. The basis of that courage, if we go by today's passage, tells us simply this: God has got us all covered. Not a hair falls without the knowledge of God. More than this, God recognizes and assures our dignity, for we are worth more than sparrows. If our dignity and worth is so much, and not even a strand of hair falls down without Him knowing it, then we must be special creatures. We must be especially loved by God. Today, I would like you to pray for all Christians who are faced with a choice that would spell either their life or their death. In persecuted lands, including our own country, Christians are being forced to confess to a faith that they don't profess. We bring to them God's compassion and caring. In our own feeble efforts, we are now the incarnation of this all-compassionate love and concern of the God whose most frequent reminder for all 365 days is, do not be afraid. I am convicted. I am shamed. For many times I give in to fear, Lord. And Lord, in my anguish, hear me. Lord, in my fears, defend me. God of mercy and compassion, in the midst of so much uncertainty and seeming defeat, be my strength. Let me not be afraid. Let me believe and trust in your power and mercy, and lead me, Lord, to the paths that lead to genuine and ultimate freedom. Amen. And this, my dear friends, is your Kalakbay at Katoto in this week's episode of Puso sa Puso, saying thank you and God bless you.